Warming the World, where we'll look at the pressing problems and collaborative remedies to our time's defining issue. Join us on a trip into the complexity of climate change as we discover its far reaching consequences for our world and its inhabitants. From the melting glaciers of the Arctic to the teeming metropolis of the global south, climate change has affected every corner of the world. Through expert insights, personal experiences, and innovative solutions, we hope to inspire action and build a better awareness of our shared responsibility to protect our world's future. Together, let us face the climate crisis head on and create a more resilient and sustainable future for future generations.
Good day, everyone. I am Edrian Ligutan, your host for Warming the World. Welcome to the first ever episode of Warming the World. In this episode, we will discuss the effects of climate change on the agriculture sector of the Philippines, specifically in the Mindanao region. We also have guest speakers that will also be joining us for today's episode. Please introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mary Claudette C. Corral.
Hello everyone, I am Amara Sahara Manabilang.
Hi everyone, I am Joreen Maika Morales.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ershwan P. Requilman III.
Hi everyone, I am Anika Shane Salvado.
From drought-stricken fields to flood-ravaged crops, the agriculture business is dealing with the unpredictability of a changing environment. As temperatures rise and rainfall patterns become more unpredictable, farmers face enormous problems feeding a growing population while protecting natural resources. Agriculture, however, is more than a sector. It is a lifeline, providing one of the most basic needs of all people: food. Food, clothing, and energy consumption are all inextricably linked to the fate of our agricultural systems. Join us as we investigate the complicated dance between climate change and agriculture, revealing the echoing impacts throughout our food chain and beyond. Let's look at the resilience, ingenuity, and collective action required to feed a hungry world in a changing environment.
In the Philippines, where agriculture sustains nearly 10 people in a pollution of over 109 million, the sector faces formidable challenges from climate change. Over the past decade, extreme weather events have inflicted around 290 billion in damages to agriculture, comprising over 60% of total damages. Despite these alarming figures, there is a glaring inadequacy in adaptation measures to mitigate climate change's impact on agricultural production. Join us as we uncover the urgent need for resilience in the Philippines' agricultural sector and explore potential solutions to safeguard food security and livelihoods in the face of climate change challenges.
Mindanao, the Philippines' agricultural powerhouse, faces significant challenges adapting to climate change. Despite its pivotal role in the nation's farming, output, and exports, shifting weather patterns and extreme events threaten crop yields and food security. Small-scale farms, comprising 60% of the total, often lack resources to effectively manage climate impacts, leading to poverty and uneven access to essential goods and services over 8.8 million people. Join us as we delve into the urgent need for resilience in Mindanao's agriculture sector and explore ways to support rural communities adapting to climate change and sustainable future.
Wow! With that said, I have a question. What is SDG 13 or Sustainable Development Goal 13, and what are your thoughts on it? What can you say, Amara?
SDG 13 focuses on immediate action to prevent climate change emphasizing mitigation and adaptation activities. It advocates for a shift to a low carbon, climate resilient economy to control global warming and prevent catastrophic consequences. The goal emphasizes climate change's disproportionate effects on disadvantaged groups while promoting renewable energy, energy efficiency, and ecological protection. SDG 13 emphasizes the significance of global cooperation and partnership to help developing nations with climate adaptation and mitigation initiatives. Finally, it provides a critical framework for integrating climate action with larger sustainable development goals to create a more affluent, equitable, and resilient future for all.
SDG 13 recognizes the independence of climate change and other sustainable development concerns and emphasizes the importance of climate action in reaching several SDG targets. Addressing climate change demands a comprehensive approach that considers these interconnections and seeks integrated solutions. Transitioning to renewable energy and investing in climate resilience infrastructure can help countries achieve numerous SDGs, such as poverty, eradication, health, and biodiversity protection. Countries may maximize the co-benefits of climate action by utilizing these synergies, accelerating progress towards sustainable development goals. Climate issues must be integrated into all sectors and policies to create sy- synergy synergistic pathways towards a more sustainable and resilient future.
Today, we've discussed the urgent need for climate action and individuals' role in addressing climate change. Remember, no matter how small every action contributes to the collective effort to combat climate change and build a more sustainable future for our planet. Together, we can make a difference. I have a question for our guests. What are your personal experiences and opinions on how you practice ethical consumption and production in your own lives? Let us start with you, Amara.
Being from a farming family in Iowa, I've witnessed the consequences of climate change on our agricultural operations, like erratic weather patterns such as severe storms and prolonged droughts, have made it more challenging to forecast planting and harvest season. It's disheartening to see how climate change hurts our ability to responsibly cultivate food and support our livelihoods. As someone concerned about climate change, I have made it a priority to reduce my carbon footprint in my daily life. I try to take public transportations, bike, or walk whenever possible, and I've switched to sustainable energy sources such as solar electricity for my home. I also make a concerted effort to reduce trash by following the 3 R's, such as reduce, reuse, and recycle, and supporting businesses that value sustainability and ethical operations.
How about you, Claude? What can you say?
Growing up in Davao City, I witnessed tremendous changes to our forests due to climate change. Warmer temperatures and prolonged droughts have caused an increase in wildfires endangering our communities and wildlife habitats. It is heartbreaking to witness our beautiful forest destruction and biodiversity loss. Finally, I intend to stay informed and raise awareness about climate change among my friends, family, and peers. I frequently share articles, videos, and information on social media and invite others to join me. By initiating conversations and motivating others to make a positive changes in their own life, I hope to spark a chain reaction of environmental stewardship and collective action.
Wow. Can you share or what can you say to the other youth about their insights, about their role as youth and future generations in driving the progress of SDG 13? What can you say, Micah?
As a young person concerned about climate action, I am convinced that youth and future generations play a critical role in accelerating progress toward SDG 13. We will inherit the repercussions of climate change, and our future is at stake. That is why we must actively shape policies, push for change, and set an example. Young individuals provide new insights, creative ideas, and endless energy. We have a unique power to mobilize our peers, promote climate awareness, and hold leaders accountable. Whether organizing climate strikes, participating in cleanup events, or pushing for climate friendly policies, young people have repeatedly demonstrated that they are a potent force for change.
Very well said, Micah. Um, could you share some examples of youth-led initiatives, campaigns, or innovations that are making significant contributions to the implementation of SDG 13, Anika?
Absolutely. One encouraging example is the Youth Climate Strike campaign, which has rallied millions of young people worldwide to demand immediate action on climate change. The Plant for the Planet campaign, founded by a 9-year-old named Felix Finkbeiner, aims to plant a trillion trees worldwide to mitigate climate change and restore ecosystems. Through coordinated strikes, protests, and advocacy efforts, activists have brought global attention to the climate crisis and pressed governments and corporations to take meaningful steps toward decarbonization and sustainability.
Wow, I didn't know there are many campaigns or innovations that are contributing the implementation of SDG 13. Now we have arrived to our conclusion. In today's episode of Warming the World, we dive deep into the critical nexus of climate change and agriculture, looking at the long-term repercussions and collaborative solutions to this pressing issue. From drought-stricken fields to flood-damaged crops, we discovered farmers' issues in feeding a growing population while safeguarding natural resources. We heard about the critical need for resilience in the Philippine agriculture industry, particularly in Mindanao, where small-scale farmers struggle to adjust to changing weather patterns and harsh events. Despite these obstacles, there remains optimism in the shape of novel solutions and community-led efforts to create a more sustainable and resilient future. We also highlighted the significance of SDG 13, which underlines the need for rapid action to prevent and mitigate the effects of climate change. SDG 13 emphasizes the interconnection of climate change and other sustainable development concerns and advocates for integrated solutions for these challenges. Throughout our debate, enthusiastic people offered their experiences and insights into practicing ethical consumption and production daily, from lowering carbon footprints to improving change awareness. They underline the necessity of individual action in achieving SDG 13. Finally, we look at the critical role of youth and future generations in moving climate action forward. From organizing climate strikes to campaigning for policy change, young people are driving the charge for a more sustainable and resilient future. Through their inventive ideas and steadfast resolve, they are making significant contributions to SDG 13 implementation and motivating others to join the battle against climate change. And that is it for today's episode, everyone. I thank the guests who shared their insights about today's episode topic, SDG 13 Climate Action. I hope you have enjoyed and learned a lot from this episode. And I also hope that what you have learned in this episode, you'll apply it in your daily life. This is Edrian Ligutan, your host for Warming the World. Bye!
As we conclude today's session, remember that while climate change presents numerous obstacles, It also provides countless opportunities for constructive change. Working together, we can create a more resilient and sustainable future for everyone. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope to continue the topic in future episodes of Warming the World.